Hey, what's up? It's me again. Yeah, I'm showing my face, but you know, I just want to talk about stuff. I want to talk about the club. You know, I went out tonight. I was dancing pretty hard, sweating like crazy, and then I realized, these girls, they're giving me that that vibe, like, oh, this guy, he's dancing for me. He's doing all that for me. He's trying to get me to dance with him. But in reality, it's like, no, I'm trying to have a good time, and I don't know. The point of this video is women ain't shit. Women ain't shit. When you go to the club, you want to go there to have a good time. You don't want to go there for the girls. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to do all that. It's just it ain't worth it. And the reason why it ain't worth it is because it's like, you know, um not everybody is gonna like you, and not everybody is gonna find you attractive, and not everybody is gonna want to dance with you. It's just the way of life. Like, that's why I say, when you're going out to the club, and you want to have a good time by yourself. you know it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with being alone and dancing by yourself and having a good time. That's just how it is. Like, I mean, you want to go there with friends and you want to have a good time with your friends, but sometimes being a lone wolf is more fun than being around others. I mean, I don't know. It's just I I can't really say that I have friends. I got friends, but I don't know. In so many words, it's like your average woman is delusional. You know that, right? Your average woman is delusional. I could be minding my own business, and out of nowhere, a girl could be like, wow, this guy probably thinks he's all that. Oh, wow, look at this guy, all dressed up to look good. Women think like this, and it's a real thing, you know? But my job is not to remind these women that they ain't shit. You know, I look the other way when I'm dancing, man. I don't try to dance with a girl. They try to dance with me sometimes. You know, I could be minding my own business, and a girl, she could be like, hey, let's dance. But while I'm dancing, you know what's funny? While I'm dancing with this girl act like she ain't trying to dance with me. And I'm like, wasn't you the same person that was trying to dance with me? What, you want me to touch you or something? Like, I don't touch women unless if they want to be touched. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes, yeah, you should go for it, go with the flow. But out of respect, bro, I don't touch women unless if they want to be touched, you know? It's a respect thing. So, yeah, women ain't shit. And you should never, ever in your life take a girl seriously, let alone a woman, you know? Never take women seriously. Because when you take them seriously, you end up hurting yourself, you know? You end up hurting yourself by taking them seriously. That's why when I'm dancing and a girl's next to me, I look the other way. I don't even give eye contact. I put my hat down. I'm looking the other way. I ain't even trying to get your attention. I'm just trying to have fun, you know? And this goes for work too. If I say hello to you, right? I'm saying hello to you because it's part of my job. I don't really want to say hello to you. I'm saying hello to you because that's store policy. I work at Dollar General. I'm always saying hi to people. Not because I want to, but because it's a part of my job. I have to welcome customers when they walk in. Same thing with illicit, you know? When I'm partying because, I'm in the moment and I'm lit, I've been drinking, you know? But yeah, it's just such a shame. Women ruin good nights. If I don't have fun if I'm not having fun, right? Well, I can't say I didn't have fun. I had fun regardless, but I had women try to ruin my night in some way, and it's pretty messed up, you know. I got guys hyping me up, pulling, yanking my shirt, we getting lit, and then next thing you know, you got these girls they want to dance with me, and then they walk off like we wasn't having a good time. Like I don't understand that. I'm dancing with you and you walking off like you didn't just try to get my attention. You didn't just pull on my shirt and say, "Hey, let's dance." I don't know, man. Women ain't shit. Women ain't shit. I don't know. And then it's like women get off on this stuff, man. They get off on reject. They got a rejection fetish. I said it before and I'll say it again. They got a rejection fetish. And this time I'm not deleting this video. This is really how I feel. This is me expressing myself. This is me being me right now. I would talk to a friend about this, but no one ain't trying to hear me talk about it. I don't think anyone's trying to hear me, you know. I don't think anyone's trying to hear me, vent. So I'm going to vent to myself because that's all I have at the end of the day. I have me at the end of the day. And I think I got the answers for myself. No one has the answers but me. I got the answers for myself. I don't got the answers for anyone else but myself. But yeah, that's why women ain't shit. Because women, they're insecure. They will project their delusions onto you. As a man, that's what they do. You know, they will project their delusions and say these things to their friends and make it seem like you're thirsty or you're trying to get at them. And it's like, no. And the funny thing is, they don't know you. One thing about me, I don't even try. I don't even try. I don't even try to holler at girls, man. They come at me and they set me up, man. And it's like they set me up to look like this person that's trying to get at them. And I'm like, no, you want me to dance with you, but you also want to set me up. I had this girl at illicit, she was like, hey, let's dance. And, she did this. She was like, come dance with us. I was like, shit, I'm down. I'm down to dance. I'm down to have a good time. Then next thing you know, she goes to her friend and is like, this guy is over here dancing. I mean, I didn't hear what she was saying to her friend, but it wasn't something positive. She looked back at me like all crazy, and they stepped away and went to the security guard. And I'm like, I don't even know anymore, man. I'm just like, wow, you did all that just to make me look bad. That's why women ain't shit, and they will never be the shit. Women ain't shit for a reason. you know I'm not hating on women. I'm just telling you the truth. Guys ain't shit their own way. I mean, men ain't shit either. But at least men, they're not trying to get your attention. At least men are humble. enough to say, hey, you know, I'm just here to have a good time. I mean, you do got men trying to chase girls and all that, and that's what make them ain't shit either. You know, but your average guy is not delusional. Your average guy knows his place. Your average guy has, you know, your average guy, he's not trying to, you know, get girls. He's working and got a life. Your average guy got a life, you know? Women, they they just ain't shit. And I can proudly say that they ain't shit only because, you know, the way they carry themselves, the way they look at men, it's just, you know, that's just how it is. But I just wanted to make this video to vent. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm just trying to say that when you go out to a club or you trying to go to a party and you expecting to get girls, don't even, you know, don't make that mistake of, oh, I'm there for the girls, you know. I Because at the end of the day, man, girls don't make the party fun. They're a part of it, but they don't make the party. A party is when you have drinks. A party is when you can dance and have a good time. That's what makes a party. Not these ain't shit women. Women actually ruin the party. They actually ruin the party by doing what they do. They kind of ruin the party when they do things for attention. A girl is not there to have fun. She's there for the attention. She's there to feel like men want them. And you do have suckers, right? And that's why I say some men out there ain't shit either. Cause you got men out there you got men out there who really they chase women and they validate the women, you know? And that's making the girl think that she's all that. Men are to blame for that too. Men, we need to do better. We need to stop validating these women because now these women they think they all that. In reality, they're average. These women are average. There's nothing special about these women. They're going to remain ain't shit for the rest of their life. It doesn't matter what they tell themselves. If you go to a club and attention is all you care about, and you're not there to have a good time, you're not there to get lit, you're not there to drink, and you're not there to just be you, you ain't shit. If you just want attention and validation and be this slut hoe and all this other stuff like that, you ain't shit. And especially the way they dressing, showing off their chest, you know, and just throwing ass. That's ain't shit. That ain't shit level. That's a level of ain't shit. You know? You look at that and you're like, wow, any girl can do that. You know? But it would make them ain't shit. You know? Nothing wrong with throwing ass and showing a little bit of your chest. But when you're doing that to get a guy's attention, yeah, you ain't shit. You're insecure and you need validation. That's not a woman. That's a girl. But yeah, I think I'm done venting. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I'm just coming from a place of, damn, I'm having a good time, man. I'm having a good time and you want to ruin that for me. You know, these girls, they ruin the moment for me. I feel like these women in the club, man, they really ruined the moment for me. They really ruined it by acting like they were interested in me, just to walk off and act like they didn't try to get my attention by waving at me and telling me to, come here and all this other stuff like that. I mean, I didn't even try, man. And it was crowded too, so I kind of like, you know was dancing near a woman, but I didn't think they were going to look at me that way of thinking that I'm dancing for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a mess, you know, a way a girl think, a girl's mind is a mess. You think men are perverted? Look at women. they 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 got some rejection fetish going on, and being attention whores and shit, you know. Yeah, that's not my type of girl. I need a girl that has her own way. I like seeing a girl by herself, drinking, dancing by herself, doing her own thing. No friends to pull her away, nothing, you know? And, yeah, guys are going to try to holla at that, but I like a woman who looks like she ain't shit, but is the shit. I like me a nerdy girl that's herself. I like a girl that can be herself and not, I don't mind a girl going to the club not trying to get a guy's attention or throwing ass and just dancing regularly. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that. If I do ever catch a girl by herself and she's dancing, regularly, and just being herself and having drinks and having fun, doing her own thing, that's a girl I can respect. That's a girl that has value in my eyes. That's a girl you can, you know, say that is somewhat, that's a girl who has her own character, you know. But a girl who is just there to get a guy's attention, and he has to do certain things for the girl to do this and that, and it's like that's a lot of work for an ain't shit woman who is not gonna be around for a long time. Let's say a guy does score one with one of these ain't shit women. What's gonna happen is, you know, that one day y'all talk, then y'all ain't gonna talk no more after that. You know, women ain't shit. But, you know, that's all I gotta say for now. If I offended anybody, my apologies. I'm not gonna delete this video. This is something I'm probably gonna look at myself and repeat it over and over again. Because you know what? Sometimes listening to yourself talk is the best medicine. It's a mental medicine. Hearing yourself talk is mentally like it's like a mental medicine. Hearing yourself talk is sometimes the way. You have to listen to yourself talk in order to give yourself answers. When you talk about things that are bothering you to yourself, you're pretty much giving yourself an answer without giving yourself an answer. You know, you're pretty much giving yourself the solution, because no one's going to give you that solution. You can listen to an inspiring video, and you know that video is just not it. I mean, you can watch someone like, a motivational guy, and he can tell you all these things and to motivate you, but if the person's not experiencing what you're going through, then it doesn't matter how motivational the guy is. You still don't got the answer. Only you have the answer, you know? Only the person that is actually experiencing the moment has the answer. You can't get answers from nobody else but yourself. But that's all I wanted to say in this video. Peace out.